It's
Hold on. Oh,
okay.
Lord.
So we are live on Facebook over here, Instagram over here. So
Okay,
welcome
everybody, hold
everybody.
on for 1 second because my phone decides that it wants to die. So it's like, oh no. Hold on one
It's
second.
real time, y'all. Real time. We're gonna get to Sister Self Care Sunday real soon. While Denise is getting her technology together, I'm gonna share with you all what we're talking about today on this Sunday. So this Sunday we are talking about winter wellness. Winter wellness, y'all. And with winter wellness, we're talking about preparing our bodies and minds for the holiday season. Sister Self Care Sunday is a program that I typically host every first and third Sunday of every month with Denise. We're typically on Facebook, but I wanted to also be able to bring in our Instagram family because the streaming service that I use, Instagram won't let us stream live. So we have to find another way. So for those of you over to my right, when I'm looking to my right, I'm looking at Instagram. When I'm looking to my left, I'm looking at the Facebook family. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. So, Denise, did you get everything hooked up?
Yeah,
You got
I just want to get my camera set up together so that when I'm looking at one, I could kind of be looking at the other. And
all right.
that way. Okay,
Okay.
so
So,
if you guys see me and I'm looking kind of crazy, it's because I'm trying to look at both cameras at the same time. So yes.
okay. Well, let's get started then.
All right.
So, y'all, I'm so happy to be here. So, Denise, okay, so I got to give y'all some background story why Denise lips so tight. You know, when people be frustrated, they put their lips tight. They be like, Denise lips is tight because she like, I don't know why my little sister sent me the link for the streaming like 5 minutes before, knowing it take me
No, after.
some
She know I'm technically challenged and I need at least 30
Look,
minutes to get
okay,
both things set
I
up.
got I got to tell the truth, y'all. Listen, why is she technically challenged when we've been doing this for months? Like we've been doing this almost a year.
For
Why
some reason,
is
my
she
Google was
why
not.
is she can't never find her Google? She can't
Oh,
never open her email. Like what's
look, I've been having a lot going on this week. So,
okay, we gonna give her that. We gonna give her that. She had
yes.
a lot going on this week. So well, since you said you got a lot going on, what's going on? What's how your week been going? How your week been going?
Well, I am, first of all, let's just say grateful and thankful and just elated because my youngest son was in a car accident. And
Mm,
everything that I've ever said about the iPhone, I take it back. Because the iPhone alerted me that there was a crash. It sent a SOS signal to me. It told me that I was
mm,
emergency contact, that the iPhone called the emergency police and the emergency trucks to the crash.
mhm.
And my son, youngest son, he did tow the car every step that he went. Like whenever he moved, the iPhone would let me know his location. That's how I found out what hospital they rushed him to. So they had to pry him out the car. His car was totaled.
Mm.
And they immediately, put him on the truck. He thought that he was going to burn alive in the car because it was smoking so bad. They cut off all his clothes in the emergency truck, got him to the hospital, ran every test known to man, and God spared my child's life. Um,
Amen.
and
That's a whole
I told
testimony
him,
right there.
oh yeah, I told him, I said, you have a purpose in life because God spared your life. This
Amen.
accident he should not have walked away from. He was not paralyzed. He was not burnt up. He was not cut up extensively. His hand definitely was cut, where he has 14, 15 stitches in his hand. He has the soft cast on, but no broken bones, no paralysis, none of that. And
Amen.
so
Amen.
I am definitely praising God for that. And when we saw the car, and everybody's like, man, you are a blessed man. And I just thank God, that my child was not paralyzed or anything, or that he didn't die. And so I told him everything else we can, work through or
Absolutely.
whatever, but you are alive. And he was so grateful. Like the days I immediately drove down to Indianapolis, and he was just so grateful. Like a few days after, when I could get him out, to see the sunshine and the warm weather, he's like, "Thank you, Lord," And he's always been a praying man, so I thank God for that. And he said he did call on Jesus' name right as the crash was happening.
Mm,
So
yes, yes.
so
Well, that was a trying week, but a blessed one.
oh,
Amen.
definitely, definitely. So,
Because that baby walked out of there. So God had him covered in blood.
yes, I asked him out while when I got that text message, I was like, Lord, just cover him in your blood. Just cover my baby in your blood, and God is good. God is good. So
And that just helps us really tie into Sister Self Care Sunday and just being grateful and
yeah,
making sure that, in the blink of an eye, anything could happen, right?
yes, yes,
Thank thank God had them covered, and
yeah,
your prayer, a praying mother,
yes,
a praying mother, and then the technology of
exactly.
iPhone being,
I would
I
have
mean,
never known
that
had
was such a blessing
we not
because,
had that
right,
iPhone 14 and above. I mean, it called the police and emergency truck. I didn't have to do
yes,
anything. They were there.
yes, yes. Hey, Dr. Regina. Hey, Laura. Thanks for joining. So we're streaming from Instagram Live and Facebook Live. And Denise just gave us a whole testimony of how God spared her youngest son's life. He was in a terrible car accident, and how the iPhone technology notified her because she was an emergency contact.
Yeah,
And with the iPhone technology, she was able to look at her phone, and it had GPS tracking system on her son. So she was
yeah,
able to see, when he moved from one spot to another spot, when the ambulance picked him up and taking him to the hospital. She was able to follow right along and know where he was 100% of the time. So I'm just so grateful that God covered that young man and that he is doing well. So
yeah,
I'm so grateful for that. Um, so for my week was not anything major going on, y'all. The biggest thing I did was started preparing for my Thanksgiving meal that I got to cook for the family, because normally I'm the person that's at the grocery store the day before and in the long lines, and then I always have to send one of my sons back to the store, and they like, "Mom, why you got me standing in a 2-hour line for a can of cranberry sauce you should have got?"
well, you're gonna be surprised because I am not doing a traditional Thanksgiving dinner at all.
Really?
You know how I do. I normally have a ham, the turkey, the chicken, and meatballs, the lasagna, the greens, the corn, the cornbread, potato salad, pies, cakes, and all of this stuff for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Guess what we're going to be eating for Thanksgiving?
What?
That's why when you said Thanksgiving, I started laughing.
Girl,
We are
what?
having a taco fest. So we're going to have nachos, tacos, steak,
Okay.
hamburger, chicken, so soft tacos, hard tacos. I mean, just
Okay.
whatever they want with everything, all the toppings, all of everything, the green onions, and so I
Okay.
just told them, and they was like, "Oh, good, mama, because you haven't cooked tacos for us in so long." Then I'm gonna have a traditional Christmas, and then
Okay.
I'll probably do the corned beef and cabbage and black eyed peas and stuff like that for New Year's. But I just didn't want to eat just all 3 meals the same. Not
Yeah,
this
the
year.
Christmas, like I always do the traditional Christmas, the
Yes.
Thanksgiving dinner. I do traditional Thanksgiving dinner. And Christmas, sometimes I do a beef roast, or I might do short ribs of beef and then something
Yeah.
around short ribs of beef. But this year, my mom and my sons, they bring in a plus one.
Oh
And
yeah.
so,
Yeah.
I always do smothered turkey wings. I love smothered turkey wings. So I
Mm-hmm.
do smothered turkey wings, and I have the honey baked ham coming and a honey baked turkey breast because they
Yeah.
love that. Then, I'm doing the homemade dressing, the green beans. I do a little bit of potato salad because I love potato salad when I eat green beans. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why, but I do. And naturally macaroni and cheese, candy yams. And I told the boys, I was like, yeah, I found this recipe for a peach cobbler. So I said, I'm gonna make a peach cobbler. They was like,
Well, I have my mama's recipe for peach cobbler, and I do the peach cobbler and the
I'm
sweet
like,
potato
I was like,
pies.
you know
And
what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that peach pie. I'm gonna throw my hat in, and I'm gonna see how it's gonna turn out. I was like, if it don't turn
okay.
out right, then we'll know. But they gonna be honest. They'll be like mine.
Oh yeah. Let's
So
not do
I'll
this
figure it out.
again.
Yeah. So now that we've shared with everybody how our week has been, how's everybody doing out there? So let's get into the topic at hand. We're
Mm-hmm.
talking about winter wellness. And in the winter time, it can be a season that's filled with joy and laughter, but it can also be challenging as we get
Yeah.
into the colder months.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of changes go through, right? We no longer have the longer days.
Yes.
The months are colder. We have shorter days. It's darker, quicker, and you can get some seasonal sadness that come
Yes.
with that. And so today's show is, how do we combat the seasonal sadness? How
Yes.
do we prepare our bodies and our minds for this holiday season? Because even if it's not a seasonal sadness, it's just the chaos from Thanksgiving through New Year's. It's
Yeah.
like you rushing through like the whole time. Like the whole
Yeah.
time is flying by, right? So, uh, Denise.
Yes. So, during this time, of the holiday season, it is very important for you guys to stay, even though we have the joy, like she said, and the stress, but also to stay healthy during this season and happy during the season. And so definitely, there's some things out there, that you can do, that will definitely keep you, healthy, as far as, making sure that you're eating right, making sure you're getting proper rest, making sure that you're staying hydrated, different things of that nature. When it comes to, the holidays and everything, making sure that you're not overeating, because a lot of times people overeat a lot during the holidays, and that can make them feel, discomfort within their bodies and different things.
Y'all done sat at that table and you
Oh
see
yeah.
that spread. And as the cook, you sample as you go, right? Because you got to make sure it's,
Yeah.
I'm fixing a little plate along the side. And then by the time dinner come, I'm fixing another plate. And it's like when you see all the food, you feel like, I just need to fix another plate. Like it's too much food. Like you can't let it go to waste. But to Denise's point, she's absolutely right. You have to pace yourself
Yeah.
and don't overeat, because once you get past that threshold of where you're satisfied, it becomes
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yes.
You
You're definitely, definitely uncomfortable. So, when you're eating, and they say that, when you go to your family's home to eat or anywhere to eat, what you want to do is you want to make sure at least that you drink a glass of water when you go. And then to keep all of those calories and pounds off of you as well too, they say, to just sample, some foods, and then, just, put a little bit of everything on your plate, if whatever you like, and then to chew slowly as well too, because when you eat fast, your mind and your brain is not calculating that,
yeah,
oh,
it takes what
you're not
20.
really enjoying it.
Yeah, it says it takes about 20 minutes for your brain and your body to register that you're really full.
Full, exactly,
So,
exactly.
so I
So
agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely, chewing and, and making sure that you're, enjoying the foods that you're tasting and everything. And just like you were talking about the cook, now I'm just the opposite. If I'm cooking a lot of foods for the holiday, uh, when it's time to eat, I won't eat. For some
girl.
reason, my appetite is like literally gone, and I won't eat until after everybody else is eating, and then it's, maybe towards the end or whatever. And I've always been like that,
It's
um,
everybody
that I
plate,
don't
but
eat.
I'm gonna eat. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll make everybody plate first. But oh yeah, I'm eating.
Oh, I know you are, Diva. Yeah, yeah. She ain't lying about that.
Like, I'm not gonna hold you out. Like I'm
Right.
like, if I tell y'all I didn't start at a certain time, my kids
Yeah.
know I don't have a problem. I will fix everybody plate. But when I sit down,
Right.
that door after I sit down, you're gonna have to wait till after mama eat.
Right.
As we talk about wellness, something you can do to prepare your body in the colder months, y'all, is exercise.
Yes.
So I've been doing a series on how do you handle stress, right?
Hmm.
Tools and techniques. And I can't tell you how staying active is critical, right? Because staying active will, not only boost your mood, it will give you energy as well.
Hmm.
So it's really a tool that is truly good for the mind, body, and soul. So make sure you incorporate good physical activity. And I'm not talking about the physical activity where you just walk down the stairs, go get you some water out the refrigerator and walk back. That's not exercise, y'all. That's not. And
Oh,
I saw this meme that said, what was it? I think it was a dog that they named like 5 miles or something, and the lady said she went to walk 5 miles, but the dog name was 5 miles.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, so not that either. This is where you're getting some good cardio going, and this is,
Hmm.
again, going to depend on your particular health. So make sure you get some good cardio going
Yes.
because that cardio is going to help increase your blood flow. It's going to get you active, and it reduces stress.
Yes, that is so
It
true.
is a fact, y'all. If
Yes.
I'm feeling too stressed, I will go get on the treadmill and I'll give myself a good jog or a good run,
Hmm.
right? And I'll pick a speed, and you don't have to go for a long period of time either,
No.
because I've done 5 minutes at a nice jog.
Mhm.
And when I tell you, when I got done, I could feel the stress like off of me
Yeah.
because really I carry stress in my neck and my shoulders, and sometimes it gets bad. So physical activity is going to be good. But if you can't do anything intense, take a walk. Do a
Yes.
walk.
Yes.
Because a nice brisk walk outside.
Yes. Yes.
Some of us who work remote, guess
I
what?
do it every day.
We just stay in the house. And when you stay in the house,
Mm-mm.
that's depressing. If you're
Yeah.
in the house all day, like you're working all day. So if you are working remote,
Hmm.
designated place in your house where you're working, and only go to that area to work. When you're done working,
Yes.
leave that area and leave the work in that area.
Yes.
They also recommend that when you work remote, you go outside through the day.
Hmm.
To start your day, just go outside, get
Yeah.
dressed outside, get some fresh air, come back in. Because mentally, it's telling yourself, like, okay, I'm going to work. As
Yes.
opposed to if you're working from your bedroom, now you feel like you've been at home all day. Psychologically, you begin to feel like, withdrawn, you
Yes.
get, depressed because you've been in the house all day, every day. So make
Hmm.
sure you break that up. When you're having lunch, have lunch. Don't eat and be typing on the
At your
type
desk.
at your desk,
Yes.
typing and not taking your breaks. And then you find yourself, because when you work remote, it's easy to go over, right? It's easy to work past 5 o'clock, especially if you don't cut off your laptop. Some of y'all leave
Mhm.
laptop up and at 9 o'clock before you go to bed or something, you'll look to see did I get any emails? Guess what? If you got emails after you signed off for the day, then
Yes.
you wait to the next day.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that right? So here's a question I have for everybody. What is your favorite winter dish? Whether it's healthy or not healthy, put it in the
Mhm.
comments. What's your favorite winter dish? Denise, what's your favorite
I
winter
would
dish?
say my homemade chili. Like when it's cold outside, and I have to make one of those big stock pots for myself and for my oldest son.
Mm.
They eat that thing. Like if I give them a big stock pot, it like the second day, pretty much, they on fumes from that pot. I'm like, boy, how did y'all eat all of that chili up?
Now let me
Oh,
tell you.
yes, chili, some good chili. Yes.
Now I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite winter dishes, which I don't cook it. I don't do it a lot because I only cook them around the holidays, but it is my favorite, and that is dressing, homemade
Oh,
dressing.
yeah. Yes.
Because I don't even need nothing else. I could literally have my dressing and just eat that, and that's like a whole meal.
Yes.
Me, that's like a whole meal, and I'm good after that. But yes, I love that. And what else I love? Now I do love some smothered short ribs of beef. Oh
Oh,
my,
yeah.
the kind that's so tender when you pick it up and it's falling off the bone.
Yes.
You got that
And see, that's what I do with the chicken and or some pork chops and smother them in smother them with some uh cream of chicken or cream of mushroom. I mix them together, soups,
oh,
and they
okay.
just fall right apart. Oh my goodness. Or like you said, the big drumsticks and legs. Yes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
The
oh yeah.
turkey, yeah, drumsticks and legs,
Yes,
definitely.
yes. So, we talked about going for a nice walk or even doing
Mhm.
some yoga.
Yes. But I do that like, every day because I do work from home. But while I'm working from home, at least out of my day, I will get up and walk at least maybe 4 to 5 times.
Oh,
Just,
that's good.
walk around and come right back in the house and sit back down. And with me, it's because, sitting down and my legs get tight. And sometimes it feels like my butt hurts, because I got too much, I guess, junk in the trunk. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get up. I'm like shaking my legs, hitting my legs outside, and I'll just walk around, our complex right quick and just come back in the house, sit down
Oh
till the
yeah.
stomach hurt. Get back up and do that again. So yes.
Yeah, so that's really good. And like I touched on yoga, but yoga is so good for stretching as well.
Hmm.
If you're able to stretch your body out, it's very therapeutic.
And
And
that's
people
what I need
think
to get into. Yo,
yoga is easy. Yoga is not easy,
yes,
and
it's
it
not.
really works. Yoga can totally tone your body up. It
Yes.
can really tone your body up. So I really enjoy that. So if you need low impact activity,
Hmm.
yoga is for you. And if you're not sure what moves are out there you want to do, YouTube is your best friend because they have YouTube yoga for beginners, etc. Just check with your physician to make sure you're clear to do the activity
Yes.
and then go for it. It's so many ways you can have access to good physical activity from right within your house. So you can definitely make time for it. So what is how can we prepare our minds, Denise?
Yes. So definitely, the holiday season definitely can weigh on you mentally. You can feel overwhelmed. You can, definitely, like we said, feel stressed out. So you want to practice mindfulness, and like daily meditation. I'm about to say medication.
So that
I'm sorry, meditation for, like 5 minutes and definitely be significant, and reducing stress. And so definitely just getting somewhere, definitely, and just sitting quiet,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes just, even just thinking about things that you're grateful for, and different things of that nature. And like we said, just meditating. You may want to say some affirmations, say a prayer, talk to God. you know there's so many things that you can do, and also want to make sure that you're getting proper rest, good night's sleep at night, going to bed maybe on a routine instead of just hanging out all night long, and everything. And which that's me. I'm a night owl. And So definitely in the wintertime, especially with the time changing and everything, it's just like, oh, I got an extra hour. So now I can stay up to 2 o'clock instead of what? No,
Right. Totally defeat the extra hour
exactly.
for us, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So you definitely want to, make sure that you are definitely getting proper rest. And anything that's, making you stressful sometimes, throughout the day, you just have to decide, okay, let me start my self-care self-care by actually saying that, I'm going to take at least an hour out of each day and just do nothing but just get my mental health together. If you need to talk to people, or, whatever that you feel that your body needs, that's what you actually should be doing, especially for your mental health portion
Yeah.
of it. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to a counselor, or, a therapist or whatever, then, that, you know, would work for you, or for all of us, actually. But definitely, things like that, don't just discard the mental portion of it, as we have done as a race. And I'm gonna say as a race, because most of us know African Americans, girl, back in the day, you talking about you want to go see a therapist, you might get slapped down. There go your therapist right there. You better, as me and Vanette usually joke about it, you better put some Robitussin on it. No.
Right. Back
'Cause,
in the day, everything was pure
the
with
reason I say that is because, she used to always say, "Girl, I had to take some Robitussin, and for everything, girl, Jalen got hit by a car, I told him, 'Take some Robitussin.'" No, I'm just joking. But we
listen,
used to have that little joke about the Robitussin, because she does take Robitussin. So,
listen.
but
Robitussin is proof, y'all. Robitussin is the truth.
see,
That's all.
she just like that, because mama always swear by vinegar. She'd be like, "Girl, I got a headache. You better put some vinegar on a paper bag and put it up to your head, or
Listen.
wrap it around your, but hey, that one thing I can say about the vinegar is the vinegar do be working on some stuff.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But I want to touch back on really quick when we talk about the mindfulness, right?
yes.
Because Denise was talking about meditation, and meditation is so therapeutic, y'all. She gave us some tips on that. Can include your prayer. It can include um, your affirmations. It can include, writing down what you're grateful for, which leads into journaling. Because really, meditation and mindfulness means
Mhm.
spending time with yourself,
Yes.
being able to clear your mind. And journaling is a great way to do what I call a brain dump. Sometimes when you're so stressed, you just need to write everything out that you're feeling, that you're going through, that's
Mhm.
on your to-do list, everything.
Yes,
Just get it out of you, right? Because it's sitting inside you. And sometimes we have so much sitting on us, we don't even know where to begin.
exactly.
It's like our cup overfloweth, and we have no, it's like once you become so overwhelmed, you are frozen in fear or anxiety, and you are stuck. Meaning it's so much to do, you don't even know where to go. So you can't even move. You can't even do nothing.
Exactly.
So a starting point is with mindfulness. So during this time, I tell my kids all the time, I said, look, I did the whole Christmas shopping, gift giving thing when y'all was little. Y'all grown now. If you
Mhm.
need something on the house, let me know. That's not really what Christmas is about anyway. So for the
Exactly.
grandkids,
Oh.
I'll do that. But all this trying to go broke on the holidays, y'all, I don't even do that.
Mhm.
I don't go in debt. when my kids was little, I wanted to make sure they had good Christmases. And low key, apparently I didn't do a good job. Funny story. So I thought I was doing something one Christmas. And when I my two youngest, they're 2 years apart. So if I got one something, I got the same on the same thing. Why? Because I didn't want them saying, "Oh, you got him this. You didn't give me."
Mhm.
One year, I thought it was the cutest thing. I bought them some ATM machines.
Some ATM machines.
ATM machines, and it had a little debit card. I thought that was so cute because I thought,
Mhm.
oh, I could teach them how to use money, how to be
Yeah.
responsible. Listen, why do my kids tell me to this day that was like the worst Christmas ever? They was like, it wasn't even no money. They was like, "Ma, it wasn't even no money in the thing."
Oh my goodness.
So again, I digress. But listen, the moral of the story is the holiday season is not about going in debt, trying to give a whole
I'm trying to tell you.
things like that. Give
Because
love.
these kids come up nowadays with more high priced items than, I mean, oh my God, you look at their list and look at everything that they wrote on that list, girl. That list could be about $5,000 for one child.
I'm like, listen.
Mm-mm.
So this holiday season, don't get overwhelmed. Don't
Yes.
be afraid. If you are exhausted or if you're in a financial situation, you know what? I can't afford it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what? Don't feel guilty. Don't feel
Exactly.
bad. Give yourself some grace
Mm-hmm.
because let's see, you gonna buy a gift or put gas in the car because gas
Exactly. Or some
almost
food on the table for after Christmas.
come on now, come on now.
Hmm.
But yeah, so the moral of the story is really
Yes.
don't allow this holiday season to get you anxious and
Yes.
overwhelmed to it in addition to what's already going on in your life, right? So we want you to just make sure that you're practicing mindfulness. You know, Denise talked about having a good night's sleep, but definitely practice mindfulness. A couple apps that I
Mhm.
use, and again, this is not a paid advertisement for either app, but I love them both. I use Calm,
Mhm.
also use Breathe.
Yes.
Breathe is really good for visualization and meditation. They have bedtime stories too, but I go to them mostly for meditation purposes and visualization. And then for Calm, I ain't gonna lie, I love their bedtime stories because they got Idris Elba saying some bedtime stories. Listen, like,
Oh.
okay, good night, Idris.
Good night, Idris.
But
Look, you like it. Sweet dreams.
man, they think about us. But listen, really, um, those are two apps that really works for me. So it just help you get some balance and relieve some of that stress off you because the holidays are supposed to be
Yeah.
joyous. Like
Yes.
Thanksgiving is coming up. Let's just be able to give thanks. Let's give
Yes.
thanks. There's so much to give thanks for living in a home where it's peaceful, where it's no conflict. You
Exactly.
have a safe roof over your head. You're protected. You know, you have running water. My goodness, you have plumbing. It's some people
Yes.
who don't have plumbing. It's some people who are homeless. So we have so much to give thankful for.
And
Being able
then
to go get groceries. And
exactly.
so that's
And then just to touch on what you were saying, you want to make sure that you will know exactly how much money you have to spend for the holiday. Make a budget. Stick to that budget. Don't let your kids pressure you into saying, oh, well, I need this and I need that. Because when you really, really stop and think about it, and you look at the things that you bought your kids for Christmas last year, and some of you went into debt. I mean, like really debt, that you still paying off now in order to start all over again for this Christmas. But when you look back and you say, well, are they still playing with the stuff that you got on before? Especially little kids. They don't know where none of that stuff is. Their doll heads is cut off, the hair, they can't find a shoe to the outfit, and Girl, they done threw that doll over in the corner. The little boy, oh yeah, the wheels was off that truck, and he ain't playing with that truck no more. And this, you gotta
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
and just have some type of common sense. And when I say that, because I've been guilty of it as well. And I had said that this year I am not buying anything for my grandkids. I'm not buying anything for my sons. I'm not buying anything. What I am going to do though is I want all the family to come together, and some money that I have, saved up that I'm going to use for Christmas, I'm going to place some Christmas games with them. And I have all denominations of money and everything. And then you know how you have little stocking stuffer things. So I am going to get the whole family together, and we're going to play these Christmas games where they actually, can. I love that one where the family did with the cups or the gift boxes in which they lift it up. They may have $10 in there. They lift it up. They may have some iPods or some fingernail polish or some socks or some candy or just all different kind of array of things up under these cups,
yeah,
so
yeah,
that they can actually just know that it's not always about getting the big items or the large. I may have $100 bill up under a cup. I may have a $20 bill, a 10, but it's not going to be to whereas I spend five, six, seven, $8,000 for Christmas.
right,
I
right,
have a
right.
large family, and I could easily spend $10,000
Yeah,
for Christmas, and I'm not going to do that.
yeah,
Nope,
yeah.
not
So,
this year, guys.
in addition to what Denise was saying about really boils down to just being financial responsible, right?
Yes,
And give yourself some grace.
yes.
The other thing is, I want to say is that, we talked about being mentally overwhelmed, but the holiday stress and overcommitting yourself. A
Yes.
lot of
Don't.
people, they have a lot of events going on. Excuse my killer toe poodle because she about this big, y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Chloe.
really gonna do something. She not about that life at all. That life at all. But so managing holiday stress is just gonna be important
Yes.
because there's so many events that's coming around where people may be inviting you to do this, to do that. And so just don't lose sight of what your threshold is. If you know you've reached your threshold and you're feeling overwhelmed right now, or you're feeling stressed and there are certain things that you need to take care of, prioritize you.
Yes.
Make sure that you're okay.
Right.
Because so many times, the holiday season is a time for giving, giving to
Yeah.
others and being helpful to others and of service to others. But you can't pour from an empty cup. So if your cup is being empty and you're not nourishing yourself, you're not going to be effectively um, enabled and empowered to effectively nourish others, right?
Yes.
So I just want to, really encourage you all to take this holiday season, hopefully with a mindset of gratitude. Make a list of
Mhm.
all your blessings that you have.
Yes.
And then as we come, we're wrapping this year up, start really thinking on where you want to go,
Mhm.
life you want to live, and what
Yes.
it's going to take for you to get there. Start thinking about that. I have some programs. I have one program, a 30-day boot camp that is called Balance and Bloom. And Balance and Bloom is a 30-day boot camp. And I tell you, we go through um, weeks of discovering like what's on your plate, what's giving you angst, and
Mhm.
how can you get balance? How can you set boundaries? How can you determine what brings you joy so you can better align how you navigate in the world so you can live the life that you deserve and the life you really want? But
Yes.
we just don't take that time to think about what is the life that I want, right? What do I want? If you never ask yourself that and you're just going through the motions, what are you doing? whose life are you really living if you're
Ex-
not living a life that you're meant to live, right? So I
Yep.
want you all to think about that. Click the link in my bio for those of you on Instagram. Click the link in my bio. Set up a discovery call with me. Let's talk about what it's going to take in order to get you to where you want to be in life, in order
Exactly.
to get that balance and direction and clarity. Because, like I said, at the end of the year, you know, you can be totally feeling overwhelmed. And then you go into next year, and a lot of people go into the year saying, oh, I want to do this, 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 and this, right? And the same goals you had on your list from 3 years ago, you still got those goals on your list.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you haven't
Yeah.
achieved those goals. Let's walk through and let's work through why you're not getting the results that you want.
Exactly.
Right. So, to our Facebook family, we thank you so much for joining us over there on Facebook. This is so funny, y'all, with us trying to, because we're like going from here to here.
Right.
But I want to just thank everybody so much for joining us.
Yes.
Hi, Violet Confetti. So, thank you all again for joining. This has been Vanette.
And
And Vanette,
hold on, one thing before we go.
yeah.
You know what I'm grateful for?
What?
That the Lions pulled it off in 1 minute left. Wow. Oh,
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 yeah. So our Detroit Lions out here in Michigan, our
oh,
Lions.
yeah, they showing out. They showing out. Look, we waited for years to be proud.
But they they
So,
they stepped up their game, and my mom is loving
yes,
every
yes. So I
minute.
just had to give the Lions a shout out.
No, no, it's a well-deserved shout out, a
Yes.
well-deserved shout out. So, yes. So everybody have a very, very happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Have a happy Thanksgiving. Give yourself a big hug.
Yes.
Give yourself some grace and
Yeah.
love all your friends and family
Family.
because that's the blessing and the gift, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. So thank you all for joining us, and I will see you all later. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.